Hey there, and welcome to a Weirdie day. Yeah, that's not a Weirdie. I finally had these test posters printed, so I wanted to show you guys. And this is like, you can see, this is like 23.5 inch by 23.5 inch. It's sort of what is an A1 format, where you can compare that to this being an A3. This is just cut to the square. But if you can see, this is a A3, so this is like 3 times as big as it would be if it had been printed on A3. What more can I do to prepare? I can take, like, here's a Copic marker, so you can see the size of the Copic marker against this whole page. And here you can see the size against an A3 page. Hi Ross, hi Heather. And of course this is a very, very big size. Um, Okay. So yeah, that's a really, really big print. And this particular print is on 80 grams paper. So this is on regular copy paper. It feels a little bit heavier than my regular copy paper. So I guess it's a wee bit better. But I will be trying to color this biggie in portions. I had another print made, also on regular paper, of this one. This is A2, which is a double of A3. You can see my A3 one here. So that's about double the size of this one. Oh, you're having issues with the comments. I think there has been, I don't know, with the issues. I'm sorry. So I'll be coloring that one again, just in the big size. I already did do a spiral circle on it in the small size, but it was practically impossible to see here, so I messed up a lot on this spiral. So I just wanted you to see, like, these are the different sizes. I mean, I would have to order a minimum of 20. So let's say, like, I would need minimum like 19 orders on one in order to be able to, and they would have to be prepaid. And of course, the shipping would come aside. So I think in a lot of places, it would probably, I think Staples could print it. So it might even be cheaper because then you wouldn't be having the shipping. But this is like what I tested out on regular paper, and I'm pretty happy with them. And I'll be trying to color these live at some point. But you can see that the A1 format is really, 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 really good because you can see everything on it, and you would be able to color it very perfectly. Then I have one more example where the whole biggie issue started. I'm going to take these away, and we're going to have a little reveal here, and I'm just going to try to find a place to put it. That's a problem these days. Is Victoria fixing up the new room? They have nowhere to put stuff because there's no available space anywhere. So this is the biggie that Teen has been working on. And I mean, for me to start coloring it in A3 would be absolutely ludicrous. I can't see it. It's just too tiny for me. Well, I can see it, but it would be a drag with fine liners for me. Then I have it here in the A2 size. Yeah. I should probably have turned that one up down. So you can see in A2, it's pretty tiny still, but it's doable. And this is on 180 grams paper. And this also seems like really nice paper. And there's no surface treatment. So it's a clean, good surface. So I think it's very colorable, and I will be trying. But I'll be trying on this one, the one that's an A1, because I just think that this size is more for me. um, and I mean, even that this is a very big size, as you can see, it's at 23 and a half by 23 and a half inches. It's still like got wicked small spaces, but it's definitely more doable than this, and extremely much more doable than the A3. The A3, it takes a special kind of eyes, I think. But the A1 for me is what I would like. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's kind of what I would prefer size wise. But the others, they would definitely be doable on this format, on this A2 format. So that's what I've been into researching. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I can't really order before until I know that there's a specific amount that I can order, because I can't, like, these one-offs, they cost me like a shitload of money. I think ordering 20 would cost the same as I paid for getting these 4 test prints. And this size, but in the regular copy paper, in this paper, it would be a lot more. The price goes up very steeply. This one is almost 3 times the price as in the regular paper. So yeah, but I do like the sturdiness of it. It's very nice paper, but I just think it would become too expensive. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to show you. I'll be calculating more on prices. Of course, if anybody wants it in A3, I can print it in A3, and you can have it in that size. But the poster size was the interesting part of this, and what I really need is to know if somebody wants the poster sizes, and if enough people wants it, then I can go and have it done. But I really need enough people to say that they want it. Let's see, I'll just show you the 2 others again. This is the 80-gram paper that I think is the one that would be the most affordable option, uh, where you got this size that is quite big. I think, let's see, in inches, it's here it is, 12 inches. Yeah, it's about 16 and a half inch by 16 and a half inch, about that. But that would be about $20 for this one. So you can imagine the one that's bigger, but I have to calculate, because I only make my calculations based on this size, but I actually think that the one that's 23 and a half that I did as tests, I thought they would be too big, but I think I was wrong about that, because I think it fits very well. It would be so nice if I could test print them all so that I could see the sizes, but I can't, because to get the cheap price, I have to order more than 20. When I order one off, I have to start money for starting up the machine, and then I have to pay the price for the individual one that is more than twice as much as if I'm ordering 20, and then I have to, well, of course, for each one I have to pay for the cutting, so that's also a little bit of a hassle. So, I mean, I wish that I could order like a test print of each one so that I could just, show this is what they are at, but I can't financially. I would just think that, yeah, this size would probably work for most of them. I think this one would work in this size too. Um, but I also want to get a feel of what you guys would mainly like. If I'm gonna, this one is 16 and a half by 16 and a half, and this one is 23 and a half by 23 and a half. But for instance, the Abstradala, I would really recommend to have that in the A1 because it's still small spaces. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys, and I would really love to have your feedback, lots of feedback, and also let me know if you would be interested in buying it because, I would probably say that, okay, I will have to do this one first, and then I would have to order like 20 of those to get the cheap price, but there would also be the shipping. So it's just, and the shipping, of course, would be the same as when you had the tiger markers, because it's up to 2 kilos. But I also have to like get the tubes to send them in. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that. But this is the Weirdie up to date, and we'll be moving into that. Here. So I will put this aside. Now I showed you. You'll be seeing more of them because I will be coloring them to see how the materials work on them. So you will be seeing more of them. I just wanted to show you now, and then we'll take it from there. And I'm gonna be doing tiger markers today because I've done Rubik's all the other days. So today will be tiger markers, and I'll just adjust my cam a bit. I'm sorry. So I wanted to show you, and I really like the posters a lot, but oh, that would be really nice, Tina. That would be really lovely if you would do that. That's a good idea. Because I need feedback because if I know that there is 20 people who will order it and pay up front, then of course I will go and make the order and get them done so that I can send them out. But I need to know that there is enough people to buy them before I actually order them because I can't afford to just put out the money because I don't have that kind of money to put out. So I would need to get the money in so that I can pay from that, and then move on from there. Yeah, they're really big and say they are. So it's a big project to start a poster. Hi Heather. I've been showing off the test prints that I got done, the poster test prints that I got done. I'm just gonna grab some markers here, and I'll coordinate my colors afterwards. But yeah, I was waiting today because I had to pick them up after 2, but they closed at 5, and then at 1:30 it just started pouring cats and dogs. So then, I had to wait because I don't have like rubber boots and reindeer thing. Also got some other test paper. It's 300 grams and a 200-gram one that I'm going to be testing for the colors. But they're claiming that they can't get the offset print paper tests to me, and I really, that's kind of important to have tried because what happened with the Society 6, I've deleted all my work except for 2 colored posters in there because they're already colored, so there's nobody will think that then, I thought that you could, and then I found out that that was not feasible, unfortunately. So that's why I'm like trying to get some different options, and I also contacted another print company today to see if they will send me tests on the paper so that I can actually try the paper out. I also ordered a test print from them, but they actually offered that you could get test print for free, so that was pretty neat. So we'll see if that comes next week or whatever happens. Or if not, whatever. So I think I'm going to go with this yellow to pink. Then I think I'm going to have some purple. I don't think this is the light purple. Just going to test it. I think this is the kinky winky one. Yeah, I was right. What's now? I think I have one up here. It's such a mess everywhere. I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to having a mess everywhere. And I'm used to having a mess, but not to the degree that the mess is at right now. The mess is like epic. It's an epic mess, and it's driving me bonkers. You keep your distance to the lines. That's how I stop them. Um, I don't go all the way to the line sometimes. I mean, I have a pretty good control. I think it's probably a practice thing, the control of that. Then I got purple, blue. I think probably different people have different. There's also different markers. Like there's five there. I'm gonna go with this one there, and then I'm gonna take these away. I'm just sorry. I will focus more in a second once I got these colors things selected out. And we also got this other. So these are the side at the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Sorry, that was really bad, wasn't it? Am I really that bad? Yes, you are. You're really that bad. So here we go. I'm going to put these aside. Hvad? Jeg har ikke begyndt. Jeg har kun valgt farver. Victoria has something that she would love to show you guys. But she has to go to bed, so she's actually in a hurry to show you all this. She has a little folder and she's pulling out. Hvornår har du lavet det? I dag? This is from a cartoon that she made for a newspaper before the summer vacation. I haven't had bleeding issues with the. Oh yeah, chameleons. Yeah, I have had with those. So this is some a cartoon they made. This is Victoria made this one and this one. Eh? Okay, and then she just helped with the others here because she's really good color sitter. But that's beautiful. And what about this one? So this is a drawing she made in school today from her. So that's what Victoria's been doing. This is a drawing memorizing the summer holiday when we were in Roskilde, because there was like the water and the bridge to go with the water. So now you've seen what Victoria's been up to. See the floors and everywhere. But she's moving along. Good night, Scat. She's come a long way. There's a lot to sort out, so it's a big project. Well, well, du skal i seng. Du skal i seng. Nej, fordi at i går, den lydbog, den slukkede ikke. Du skal i seng. Sorry, I have to tell her that she needs to go to bed because the deal was 9 and it's 9:30 now. So it got to be assertive, I think. I don't know. Anyways, so we got these that are in 4s, and then we got the others that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be a mishmash. I got 3 here. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to get started. Yeah, so I had kind of a crazy day, but a good day. I mean, it was nice to go and pick these up. But what confused me, because I actually thought that the ones in A1 would be too big, but I don't think they are. I think they're actually quite perfect. So that's a bummer. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it all in one roll um, to keep from going crazy because I'm already crazy enough and tired. I get extremely tired at the moment. Um, so I think actually in here like that, like that. Then I think because these have four, then it should be these four, and these have three, so it might be these three. Doesn't really fit, does it? Might be these, and then that goes there like that. So I'm getting it sort of sorted, getting it sort of sorted. So I think I'm gonna go full round on these. Then I'm gonna like sort of partition it a little bit in here. So I'm gonna go the three set on these, and then on these that are going this. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Klokken er 21:33. Du kan læse i en bog, hvis du vil læse i noget. Ingen lydbånd, ingen iPad. Du kan læse i en bog. Sorry. I was like, no iPad, no audiobook. You can read in a book if you want to, but that's it. Because otherwise she's never going to go to sleep, I think. So I think, therefore I am. It's a bit complicated here. I didn't like fully think before I got on. Because I was just so excited to go on and show the posters, you know? You know me. I was only focusing on that part before I started. So it came to me as a surprise with the Weirdie. No, it didn't come as a surprise. I just hadn't planned anything in colors. But even when I do plan, then I change the plan anyway. So it's nothing is consistent here. I just switch it up. But that's a good thing, you know. We don't have to get too bound to something that we thought we were going to do in a specific way. You know, we can always take it a little bit on the slump and improvise. Um, that's what we do on Blind Pick Fridays. And I just, yeah, been exhausted because I've been getting up with Victoria, and that means that I hardly sleep anything. Because I can't sleep because I'm all the time afraid that I'm not going to get up on time. So that makes it sort of a half asleep. And then when I get up, my problem is I can't just lay down and sleep again. Then it has to go a couple of hours, and then if I sleep in the afternoon, then I'm too much awake in the evening. So it's just a vicious circle. Just that's not. I just wish I could, go to sleep and sleep. That would be nice, but it just seems impossible. So now I'm just gonna keep on with these things that I started, and then we're just gonna see what I'm gonna do with the rest, what seems natural when I get to it. Exactly. Cardstock will eat more of your marker ink. So that means your markers will go dry a lot quicker when using cardstock. That's also one of the reasons why I'm happy with it. I mean, I don't have a problem with the cheap copy paper at all. I'm quite happy with it. Um, and of course, yeah, I got papers underneath to catch the colors, so they always bleed onto the other side. That's why also in the books I recommend, of course, that you put a sheet in between so that it doesn't matter if it bleeds to the back of the page, but you don't want it to bleed on to the next image. So you always need to have a little protective sheet in there. That's an important thing, so that you don't ruin the next image if you're using alcohol markers. But I also use it if I'm using colored pencils or even watermarkers, because if you, like, for instance, get caught in a thought where a fly flew into your mouth and you forget to lift up the water-based marker, it might go through anyways. You know, these things do happen. They do happen. So it's better to be prepared. And when I'm using colored pencils, then sometimes you'd be like having a lot of pressure on them, then they'll leave dents in the next page. So everything taken into considerations, having a protective sheet between the pages is always a good option. I don't know what pearl paper is. There is specific marker paper, um, but that is really expensive to buy. Specific marker paper, and that of course is very good. But there's another thing that there's something about marker paper. A lot of the marker paper is made so that it takes a little bit longer for the markers to dry. And if you're just coloring flat like I do, then you don't want it to take a long time to dry. You want it to dry immediately because you don't want to blur it with your hand or something, the ink. So for me, the most ideal is just regular copy paper. I kind of, yeah, I'm happy with that for coloring. We had quesadillas today, and that was lovely. Quesadillas. In the secondhand shop, I found a quesadilla maker. So like a toaster just specific for quesadillas. And it really make them really good. It's very pricey, and I still would say that marker paper is not really ideal. Um, it's ideal for spending as little alcohol of your markers as possible. That's true. Um, but then you're paying a ton of money for the paper. But there is this whole issue of drying. Um, they're just made for something, a different kind of use than for coloring, I would say. Um, yeah, I kind of prefer the way that I already have it set up with the cheap copy paper. It's good for the budget, and I mean, as long as you're not like expecting museum quality, and you won't get that. I mean, if you want to like frame it and hang it up, you would need to have some seriously good glass on it. But it depends what you're using, what materials you're using, and if you're just coloring for fun. Yeah, no matter what. Hey, Bertha. So yeah, I'm happy with the copy paper, but I am looking forward to trying the heavy paper that I got the posters printed on. I'm really looking forward to that. But I also think like a bigger project than a project that big, then you need something maybe more sturdy. But I cannot tell you how it is to color on before until I've actually tried it, and I'll be doing that live, and I'll probably be doing it in little sections of like 1 hour or something like that. Then we see how far I get in 1 hour. However long time I have, then I'll be coloring until I don't have time no more. Once I start with that, but today I can't. Yeah, I have to get up at 6, and yeah, I'm getting into school mode, trying to. It's also why I'm starting early, getting an early start, so that hopefully the problem is I'm not tired when I go to bed. I'm not. And today, this afternoon, well, not afternoon, yeah, about it, I fell asleep, so that doesn't make it any better, does it? I fell asleep. So we're going for a tiger kind of rainbow. I'm still sweating. I thought that it would like lighten up the air if the rain set in, but I don't think it has. It's stuffy in here. It's stuffy, stuffy, stuffy. Hi, Shanna. Lovely to see you. Yeah, but I think there's also a lot of different kinds of cardstock, and you have to figure out which one does not eat the paper a lot. It all depends on the coating, the surface. There's a lot of factors that go into the paper that will be deciding it, and you only really know once you try it. You have to try the paper, and that was what I was having a bit of an issue explaining in the print place, that if I'm gonna make a big order, I need to know exactly what the paper is to work on. I can't just order blind. I have to try and test the paper. So yeah, I think it will be nice. I'm having a bit of an issue figuring this out. Crazy Artist did something weird there. Yeah, but I guess that's just the way it is. This crazy, crazy artist does crazy stuff all the time. She just doesn't think about it. She just does it while she's drawing. Then I sit with the problem afterwards, don't I? Of figuring out how. The weird thing is, I know that I probably had something in mind while I was drawing it, but of course I don't remember that today. Now I have no clue. I'm clueless. So we're just gonna carry on. I think I am gonna carry on here. Like this one was that one. And I'm gonna put a cake there. Oh my god, no, that's right, she's here. I could really do with her. Or maybe it's the neighbor, I don't know. Victoria, du skal ind I seng? It's just the wrong time to ring on. That's cool, thank you, Heather. It's the wrong time to ring on the door while I'm trying to get Victoria to bed. Nobody ever thinks about that, do they? Then I think I'm gonna do something. I'm sorry. My bad. Fell into my wine. But yeah. That's just the way it is. So I think I figured it out with this one. How I'm gonna keep going for that. But I'm just gonna continue it so that I get it laced up. Let's see. Look up this. Let's see. So here we go. Now we are back to the yellow. And I will be counting out on this big part here. Because, okay, why? But I don't know, I'm excited about the posters, but yeah. I also have to figure out which poster that I'm gonna do first. Um, we're gonna put this one in here. And then we got it here. See that? Here. Hi Autumn, I'm using tiger markers. These are from the Flying Tiger store in Copenhagen. I didn't count 3, 6, 9, 12, so that's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then this is 13. These are from the Flying Tiger Copenhagen store, and they're kind of the cheapest markers in Denmark. Well, they're probably not the cheapest, but they're the cheapest alcohol markers that I also like. But I don't think you can get them in the US. Well, you can probably, yeah, you can get them on Amazon, but I wouldn't do that because they're too expensive compared to the what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is the 13. But there's lots of others that are cheap that are also okay that you can get. But these are my go-to. Actually, I've been using Copics the last 3 Weirdies I made, but now I thought today I will be using something else. I switch a lot. I also sometimes use Style File, or I use I have some Sig Clean Brush. I have Faber-Castell. I have Pro Markers. I have Touch New. I have some different ones that I switch between, also bigs, so Sharpies, and a lot of different things. I like to sort of switch up, but mainly I do a lot with markers, alcohol-based markers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is the 13. So, but yeah, these are. I like the price mark on these, and so I sort of, you know, but I also like the colors and the way they work. Spectrum Noirs I have too, but the ones today are the Tigers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm getting crazy. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's shouting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, this one goes a long way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's going on here? Then I just gotta do the same up there. But once it's counted out, it's a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, I'm really excited about the posters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's easier to count out. I count out usually on my second round. I mean, sometimes if I plan the colors, then I might count out earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then that's a 13. The worst is when I count wrong. That usually happens on the small accounts, funnily enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Yeah, I lost that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got it. Sorry. Okay, so we got that counted out. In here, down here, I'm not going to count out. I'm just going to take it as it comes because it's a little bit more complicated than just counting. So I count where I can. I think 3 of these are like, what they're like, $3 or $4. Tina, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's 3 or 4, I don't remember. So you see this one, I'm going to carry it up here. It's like this one I carried up there. And I'll go here too. And then here, I'll carry it in here. Because there it alternates there. So that's sort of my new system here. That's to find a system. It'll make me happy. Thumbelina's here. Maybe I should probably find Thumbelina. But she's not that tiny, but She has a whiny voice always. Sounds like she's not whiny. She's not, but I think it's just the voice. But everybody's got different voices, don't we? We can't help the voice that we're born with. I have a really important meeting on Friday at 10. That's gonna be a bitch. But yeah, I just gotta get it over with. Um, the new person assigned to me in the job center is a real asshole. He makes some huge fucking badass shit problems for me, and I have to deal with that on Friday. So that's also why I haven't really been in a good mood, and I've been really upset. And today I talked with the social worker that's connected to the school of Victoria. I talked with him on the phone, and I almost cried. I almost flipping cried, didn't I? I think you could hear my voice breaking. I was fighting it I was fighting it so hard. Um, but he got the meeting changed that I was supposed to go on Friday. Got it changed, the location, so that the location will be at the school with him. And then, yeah, I don't know because I don't know him. I only met him once, but I'm hoping that he'll be on my side. I don't know who else to get. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Uh, Anyways, and then the mentor called because I was prolonged with the mentor until the 6th of December. But there's a catch. Yeah, there's always a catch. It has it the mentor thing has already stopped, and it has been prolonged from the 9th of September until the 6th of December, which means that exactly the timing where I was supposed to go to the meeting to get signed up for an apartment is within that space where I was supposed to go with the mentor to that meeting. Again, happy crappy. Thank you to the guy from the job center because he knew about all this and he fucked it up so that I don't have this the mentor is not assigned to me before until after that I had that appointment. So he's really messing with me and he's writing all kinds of crap, insinuating, yeah, a lot of shit that I might not really have PTSD or that nothing ever happened to me or whatever. I mean, who the fuck is he to say what has happened and what has not happened to me? Who is he? I'm not even, I shouldn't even be telling him anything. He's got no right to know anything of my personal life. I can talk with the psychiatrist that I've been diagnosed to go to for my PTSD, for severe PTSD is the diagnosis. So, crap, crap, crap. Um, but the mentor, she called me and she said, look, I know that I'm not officially your mentor again before until the 9th of September, but I'm going to let that, I'm going with you to the meeting anyways because we already arranged that meeting and it would be really, really stupid not to go to the meeting. And I don't want you to go alone. I'm going to go with you, even if I'm not assigned to you at that point of time. So that was nice of her to call me and say that. She was very sweet. And she said that she had also read the shit that he wrote and that she also thought he was an asshole. Because, of course, she can see clearly that he's an asshole. Even that he's the one who assigned her to me, she can see it. Um, so, yeah, so I was almost crying on the phone with her, too. So, yeah, I had a really shit day. Then I went in and fell asleep for 2 hours. Because I was just exhausted by all the thinking. I hate all this shit. But I'm gonna deal with it, so it will go away. somehow I will deal with the things. It's just so it's unfair and it's stupid, and yeah, I'm still dealing with the repercussions of that teacher that Victoria had last year. Um, but yeah, we'll deal with it. I will deal with it because I'm the only one who's here to deal with anything. So I'll just have to, and then hopefully everything will be okay. You know, every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry. Sometimes it's difficult not to worry when everything is in jingles. You know, jingles. Um, would like to sit and contemplate for a long time, but I can't. I just have to move on with it, and then I'll just. At least the mentor, she seems to be getting me, and she says as soon as as soon as the new mentorship starts, we're gonna make a meeting where she goes with me and talks with this guy from the job center who's messing with everything. I mean, everything was going really well until they switched him to be my mentor. So I'm not gonna let anyone. Yeah, she's been really nice, and I'm just yeah, I don't know what to do more. Now I called that social worker of the school, but of course he's only met me once at a meeting about with the teacher. But they had referred to him as being a person who had knowledge of the child and knew her. And I was like telling him they've written that you know her, and I'm like, but he's never even met her. He didn't know her. How can they refer to a person as that has never met the girl? Um, but it was a nice talk, and he seemed like a nice person when I met him. So I'm hoping that he can be of assistance somehow and be constructive. Also because he's assigned to the school, but he's not hired by the school. So he can also go in where, like I say, but all the things that the school say they were going to do in regards to the bullying, in regards to helping her, they didn't do any of it. They didn't go through with any of it. They just made plans for it and told we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but they didn't do it. And he's like, well, I can hold them up to those agreements. I can help you with that. And so maybe it's constructive. Maybe it's a good thing that I called him. And, yeah, but I'm also afraid if I blow up that they will think that I'm unstable. I don't want them to think I'm unstable because I'm definitely not unstable. Anyways, I'm just gonna try to deal with it the best I can. Um, but they're pushing me so far that I'm about to be pushed over some kind of edge, and I really have to stay focused on not being pushed over the edge. And that's a bit, when you got a ton of shit falling on your shoulders. I bet a lot of you guys know what that feels like, having a ton of shit falling on your shoulders, and you've been fighting for years to just, keep things going and keep things going in a good way, and then it just keeps piling up. And when you finally think you're just maybe like getting out of it, then they will just pile another ton on top of what's already there and has been bugging you for years. So it just seems to never ever stop. But I'll just keep eating away at it and fighting it and doing my best that I can. Um, that's the only way forward. They should listen to me. And even like, the psychiatrist, he said, but you have so much on your plate. I don't see how it's possible even to deal with the big issues right now because your everyday stuff is such a daily torment. It's in. I have too many worries and too many things that are pressuring me and making life difficult. That she's thinking that it's hard for me to even deal with the PTSD because it's hard to even deal with everyday life right now because I'm being so pushed all the time. So yeah, and now he just put another big push on me. This new thing from the job center, and we had such a nice constructive talk. I thought that he was going to try to help, but it does not seem like that. Or maybe he's extremely misguided. But there's definitely some things that yeah, I don't know. I can't even like begin to say what I think about him right now. I can't even begin to say. It's just like idiot. But there is idiots everywhere. We all know that, don't we? So we can't really, life is a roller coaster, and that roller coaster is inhibited by idiots on the way that you just have to deal with. Maybe it's like reaching new levels every time you've dealt with a new loony. Except for your own loony, of course. So maybe that's like you are like game levels. Oh my, you thought this one was a hard one? We'll throw you another level. You moved on to the next level. The next level of loony. Every time that you think, yeah, I made it through this, I'm moving on, then you just get a new level pushed at you at top speed. So I'm gonna switch that one out because it was running out, and then I'm gonna hook this one in. Yeah, it ain't. We'll see what it's like. So yeah, that's the situation right now, and that's also probably why I was so exhausted that I fell asleep. I just couldn't. I was sitting working on new Weirdie books. I was working on the interiors for Weirdie's for 2022. Yeah. Yep, I'm working on the interiors, and I was at March, and I just couldn't keep my eyes open, and I thought I'm just gonna go and lie down. But that's of course also because I was up with Victoria and took her to school. But and then I just fell into a deep stage of nightmarish sleep that was not very comfortable. It was actually horrific. A whole new set of nightmares. So that was it's a good thing that I woke up because that was hard. So yeah, then you don't even want to take a nap when you have to go through something like that. But it's probably for the best that I rested my eyes, even though I don't feel like I just woke up and felt worse than I did before. But yeah, let's hope that things will change at some point and get better. If I can just keep a positive attitude, then maybe. But like it's like if you're so tired and you really feel like you need some rest, and then when you finally fall asleep, it's just nightmare on nightmare on nightmare. You wake yourself up in your sleep and you think, okay, well now I'm awake, and then you find out that you just woke yourself up in another nightmare inside of you. Still, yeah, it's horrible. That's the way it is, and that's why I really would like to be able to sleep, right? Just sleep, no dreams, no nothing, just dark sleep, full on dark sleep. But I guess it will. At some point, something's gotta give. I'm trying. I also have to start up with the psychiatrist again. and I have to also this month go to a meeting with the head doctor of the trauma center where I'm going to a psychiatrist. I have to go to him, and he's the medical doctor there, so he might be able to help me with the sleep issues. I'm hoping because I think if I could get down the sleep so that I get like some true rest, then I think maybe I can turn the rhythm around, or at least yeah, at least feel better. I don't, yeah, whatever, something, something. But yeah, I mean, I try to have a positive attitude towards every day, but sometimes the days just bring you shit, and then it's hard to stay positive, even no matter how much you want to. We started on a positive note because, Victoria is positive about the new teacher and about everything new, and she's happy, and, so that's a good thing, but I still have to deal with all the shit from last year. If we could just start afresh instead of having to deal with old shit, um, then it would be very nice. Really, really nice, but it's just going round in circles. So yeah, at least things it will be fine. That's yeah. You get tired, Kathy. I know if things are going on and you're speculating and everything, then you get sort of mentally exhausted and you need to escape it. And then it would be nice to get some like real rest. I hope you get some. Yeah, an hour or two. But right now, at the moment, I'm just not really sleeping at night because, yeah, I keep bumping my head and my feet into the walls. So once we get finished with this moving stuff around, and then I'll have the other bedroom back, which is, yeah, at least I hope it will be, at least I won't be touching the walls and, I won't be cramped. But this afternoon when I fell asleep in the bed, I was laying across it, like this. Then there was had plenty of space. Then it was comfortable and cool and nice because the sun don't go into that room. That's the nice part of that room. But because it's so small that it only just fits the bed, then the bed head and front is touching the walls. So there is only those 2 meters, and it's small, so it gets very stuffy. But I have the window open, so it was actually a nice in there when I had my nap, my nightmare nap. Um, so I mean, if I wasn't sharing the bed with Victoria, it would probably be okay for me in there. But since she has a tendency to dig in and feel that my bed is her bed, and her bed is just like a teddy bear storage. Yeah, her bed is teddy bear, clothes and whatever storage. My bed is where we sleep. And okay, it's been building up with teddy bears as well in my bed now. I have to get rid. I've told her a lot of times it's just only one. Not like 500. I can't deal with kicking teddy bears out of the bed at night. It just ain't fun. And then she feels like the teddy bears, they get sad because I don't like them. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't want to like, I want to have space in the bed. I don't want to be clammed in with it, but it's really hot. Be clammed in with a ton of teddy bears. It's just not my idea of of rest. Yeah, exactly. We all might need a good night's sleep, a good and comfortable sleep, resting, like full rest on. But yeah, maybe I'll get it after this. I don't know. I was so excited about the hostess. So yeah, I hope that others will be excited with them too, not just me. But now we'll see what the other print company, the ones that I contacted, is supposed to send me tests. Um, but I need to order the same ones, a lot of the same ones, at least 20 to get to the price where I can sell them cheaply enough to you guys. And that's where, if, yeah, where I think it might be, well, it probably wouldn't be cheaper for you to go to stay with because there would be all the startup fees and everything as well. Heather looked into the prices, and there it was about $20, I think. I think that was in Staples. I think that was the one that was the cheapest. Now I don't recall exactly. Oh, that's a good one, Kathy. I'll remember that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try to tell her that they're running around having a party at night while we're sleeping, so they don't really need to be in the bed. They're stepping out. They're having teddy bear picnics. I need to find out where they got cheap chocolate milk now because I have Baileys in my fridge. Raiding garbage gardens, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I always say to you. You can choose one. One is okay in bed, but the rest of them they have to be out of the bed. And if she feels that they'll be sad that she chose one, then she can do it on a rotation basis, so that they all get to sleep with her one day every 5 years, whatever. Yeah, she's got a lot of teddy bears, and she's not ready to get rid of them. There's a lot of things that she got rid of, but the teddy bears, no, 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 don't even go there. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I used to have a room full of teddy bears, so and I was an adult. But it's just because my ex, he used to win a lot of teddy bears. Every time I went to the amusement park, he would win big ass teddy bears for me. So I had a whole room. His nieces and nephews loved it. They were like, "Oh, Maria has the coolest room in the world." It was one of our guest bedrooms. That was my teddy bear room. But he'd win teddy bears for them too when they were visiting, so that was fine. Oops, I kind of just skipped that one, didn't I? That went really smooth. See, that's how it happens when we miss one. We just skip it smoothly, like, phew, didn't see that one. Funny thing with Victoria is that she doesn't really play a lot with her toys. She spends more time organizing it. But the quesadillas were nice. I had some minced meat that I fried up on the pan with some taco seasoning and some red what's it called? Oh shit, red pesto. Yeah. Oh shit, red pesto. And then we just put cheese on the pancakes and the meat, and then more cheese, and then in the quesadilla maker, and it was just perfect. And then I made like a guacamole dip, and I took like just one avocado, and I put it in the hand blender, the little thing, and um, and then I put in some creme fraiche, that's sour cream, and I put in some chili aioli, and it just became so fluffy and smooth like silk, and the taste was absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't say that it was like guacamole. It was more like an avocado chili cream that was really light and fresh because the sour cream also makes it fresh, and it was really lovely. And I poured that over my quesadillas, and that was, yeah, it was epically good. Jeg vil være med at råbe. So yeah, so at least something's going, something's happening. Yeah, I'm excited about the posters. I guess when I'm done, I can show you again to those who missed seeing them. Big, nice. Of course, they did cut them a bit. They cut them straight to the edge. I would have left like a little white around it, so that it would be easier to frame it. But that's the thing, that's a design thing that I have to do with the files when I deliver files for print for them. This was just for testing, so the main thing was to get them printed and see how the paper worked. That was sort of my main option with this, and my main goal. My main goal. Well, yeah, that was what I wanted to see. Da, da, da. Then this one will go here. And that actually almost fits. This will go here. This is going right in there. Hi, Angel. Lovely to see you. So yeah, getting getting somewhere here. So at least we're almost done with the regular rainbow part. Then we'll get to the mixing it up bit after. So here we go. This one will go here. Go right there. Right here. We'll go here. Okay. Fun color going on to this that I've counted out. But then I still will have all this part to deal with. Actually, in twin, there's a lot to deal with. But, I should never have taken mine now. It's almost had my whole box. It's annoying because that box was going to last me the rest of the month. But yeah, that's just the way it is. It didn't matter. I had to drink any of it anyways at the moment, so it doesn't matter. And when it's gone, it's gone. So, but yeah, that's just the way it is. So we'll see what happens. It's not looking like nothing's been sold yet. There's going to be a new broker on the new real estate broker on the partner now. The other one has stopped, but the bank has a new one that they're going to put on it, and then we'll see what happens. Let's hope that a new broker can help it, because the other one didn't really work out. Nothing happened. Uh, it shouldn't be that impossible to get it sold. But, right now, it's definitely really hard because it's one huge mess. So this will go here. Here. So, no. Then I'm gonna go for second round now. I'm just working on that. I'm still gonna leave some areas open. Um, so we're gonna. This is done up here. So we're gonna go here and here. It's actually funny how they fit together with the colors there. I don't know if it's funny, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. one here, here, here. And then on this, and that will go here, not go here. It's whispering and he's been nice to me, I think, so I'm thinking that there might be something up. Something. Tammy! Hi, Tammy! If you're here. Here we go. So that's that. Now I'm gonna go for this part. That goes here. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna start over with my rainbow. And I'm gonna go in here, in there, and in here. And then I'm gonna go here, and here. So we are working our way up with this one. And I think it's gonna be neat once it's done. But it did confuse me a bit what the artist did here. I just disassociate myself from the artist while I'm coloring it. Look at it like I'm a colorist and not the actual artist. I'll be frustrated with myself a little bit, but I think it'll work out fine now. So this one, go here. So here we go. Then I'll have the pinky winky there, 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 and I'll be here. Got the purple, there, there. That one's done. So actually, the purple should settle here now. Maybe here, here, here. And then of course here. The next one going. The white one there. And then right here. So, I did something wrong here. You know what? I'll just do the same on the other side. This is like a little bit too late to not do that. So now we got that. We got here. And maybe It should actually, yeah. But anyways, I'm just gonna, yeah, it's a mess. So yeah, I'm gonna do the blue here, 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 here. I'm gonna start the blue here. And I'm gonna have the blue, the blue, the blue, and the blue, and the blue. I think I got it going now. They got it figured, maybe. Catnip pillows. That sounds nice. So this is going very well. Smoothly. Even though that I had a little bit of an issue figuring it out, I'm on a roll now, hopefully. On a roll, Maria's on a roll. This one here. This one here. There you are, Tammy. Hi. Good to see you. So yeah, I really hope that everybody will love the posters once they are. I'll be showing everyone the posters again, the test print posters. I'll be showing them once I'm finished, so that you can all see them if you missed them in the beginning. I was showing them off and talking about them. Oopsie, I went into that. Oopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. That happens, but only to the best of us, only to the best of us. Then this one will automatically move on up there. Go here. Go here. Here. It has to go here first. And here it will move up. This is on the same line. Then she actually should move up there. Yeah, she should, so we're gonna move it up there. I'm coming up, so you better. Oh no. I'm getting a wee bit. I think it's gonna go okay now. Still thinking about these in here, but we'll get there. Get to it. At least I'm thinking about them. So they should be happy about that. They should be very happy about that I'm thinking about them. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, Randy, I think so too. I think they're really awesome, the posters. I'm so psyched about them. Uh, and I'm hoping that, that there will be an interest, that some will want them. But I will have to say that I need I need a specific amount of people to order before I can offer them up for the price. And then I need to calculate a little bit on what it would be like if it was the bigger size. But I think that the A2 is enough. I think it's only really like the Amsterdala. It needs to be big ass because it just needs to be. It needs to. So actually, I think that I'm gonna do this one in yellow because now we're starting a new round of colors. So I'll start this one in yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. Hello. And Victoria had art class today. That was why she drew that picture from her summer vacation. So that was nice. She's so looking forward because they're gonna have like um, design and handwork. So that's gonna be interesting. Where they'll be working in fabrics and steel and wood, and she's really looking forward to that. And I can understand that. It sounds like it's going to be interesting. And mathematics is moving on to a new level where they're going to have more IT, but also more writing and stuff like that. So she's also very excited about that. So she's altogether, Victoria is quite excited about all the new stuff that's happening. And soon they'll be moving to the main school because right now they've been in sort of like some it's sort of like been in a temporary school while they were redecorating the new school. Well, the old school, they were redoing the old school. And they made some temporary barracks that were made out of like container things, container units. So really, really soon, like in a month or two, Victoria and her class is supposed to move to the main school, to their new classroom. And one of the exciting things is that the classroom will be having their own bathroom. So she's pretty excited about that. I don't think it's going to change anything because right now they're just sharing with the class next door. I don't know the teacher yet. She's very young, but she seems like a very creative, and she's also been studying acting. And she's young and enthusiastic. And Victoria says she seems like really sweet and nice. So that's a very good thing. So I'm really happy about that. So far, Victoria is extremely positive about the new teachers, about the new classes. Um, we haven't talked that much about the kids, but you know, she's. I told her, like just yeah. She said that she's gonna ignore the one who's bullying, and so far there hasn't been any incidents. So far so good, I guess. I hope so. I hope it stays like that too. But these both seemed like really nice when I met them yesterday. It's sort of they have a team, and it's the math teacher and the new Danish teacher, and but she will also be teaching them in English, and she'll be teaching them in the new creative design. I sent it to Randy Bev. I sent it cut up in the like so that she could print it and put it together in pieces to test it. So Randy got it from me, and then the ones that I have so far made, I ordered the files prepared to put on Payhip, but I've been sort of waiting because I'm not sure what I should price them at because there comes like three different sets. It hasn't been posted anywhere, Bev, because they're not for sale yet. Bertha, Mimi, and Heather, and now also Randy, has gotten some testers um, to try them out. And I will be there's 25 different posters, so I will also be sending out to others. And if you would like to test one, then you can let me know, and I'll send you one of the others that I cut up when I cut them up. But it takes me time to cut them up and prepare them, so that's why they're going out slowly. And I sort of send out to maybe 3 people to test it. It's very hard to put together. Heather said that it's easiest to put together if you're using cardstock. I mean, I tried to put one together and I sucked at it because I just don't have the level of patience required, I guess. I'm not a patient person. Um, so it's hard. It's hard to put them together and get them to fit right together, especially that spiral one, because there's so many sections in it. It's really hard and get them to match up perfectly because there's always the cutting and printing and everything. That's why I really wanted to see if I could find some kind of affordable way that you guys could get them printed in one piece. And of course, yeah, we all know that it failed with the Society 6. It was, yeah, they had a coating on the paper that just rendered it not very good for coloring. So that was a shit, and that's why I had some tests printed that are printed on uncoated paper. The one paper I had printed on was an 80-gram copy paper, normal paper, and that's where I can make the cheapest price, of course. And the other one I had printed on is 180 grams, very nice paper. But I haven't tried coloring on it yet because I can very quickly see if that paper will like eat my markers. Then I won't like the paper. The copy paper I think is pretty good. It's 90 grams or 80 grams. Well, it seems a little bit heavier than my regular copy paper, so maybe a slight bit. I think mine is only 60 grams or something. I'll have to check it out. But it seems pretty nice. And I think it'll be nice to color on. I think it'll be more or less like this to color on. Whereas the other heavier one, I think, might be uh, an eat markers kind of thing. But I'll have to try it first. They are. I have. I mean, the first ones that I made, they are in one big file, and then you can send it to poster mode on your printer. But the new ones, you get with the PDF. You get a set of 4 where it's cut out into 4 pieces. You get a set of 9 where it's cut out to 9 pieces, and you get a set of 16 where it's cut out to 16 pieces. So you can determine which size you would be most comfortable with. Um, and I think the 9 will probably be pretty equivalent to the A2, and the 16 will be more towards the A1 size. But you will also get the full file so that you can go to a local copy shop and have it printed in one piece big if you like. That's the way I cut out the files. I made the files for the PayHip, but I haven't so far put any of them up yet because I'm uncertain of the price that I should put on it. It's a lot of work, and I think probably it will be 10. I think um, easier and bigger. Yes, But if I can have them printed at a fair price and still get it out to you guys cheaper than Society 6, but the problem is still the the shipping, because that's expensive, and it's the same if it's a kilo or 2 kilos. So yeah, so main thing would probably be like to get it just under 2 kilos and then send them to one person that sends on or something. I don't know. In 16 pages, oh my god, that would be woo. That would be woo. So I managed to do rainbow the whole way. That's a good thing. Yeah, then you can do it in sections of 4 with the 16. The lines are so tiny on that one, on the spiral, but it won't be long. I have a few of them I have cut up, and they are ready to put up. I've just yeah. Is it interrupted? It's still working for me. Let me know if it's still working for you guys. Back. Okay, that's good. It hasn't stopped here. Normally I get sort of like a message for something. I didn't get anything. This is lovely. I don't even think I'll put one glass after. You should relax. One glass after I finish. But that's okay. Oh, be fun. That was last color on. Last color on. Okay, so back it. Oh my god, you can't imagine how hot it is. Well, you probably can because in some of you guys' places it's hot too. So we're all suffering in the heat. Wow, one markup each to do. Wow, but that's a lot, you know. I thought they were yeah, because it's a big one. That big one that you did, it's really yeah. I was thinking it's gonna use a lot of marker. Gonna have a look at the next 2 days. I also need to upload the next one. I thought I did it earlier, but I think I forgot. Sometimes we forget. So here's tomorrow. That's a neat one. That's a neat one. This one was sort of like, I don't know if it's a Bonnie or something like that. It was the bigs, yeah. But this one is neat, and this one definitely works both ways around, that's for sure. Works really nicely. And here we got, oh my god, maybe this is like a strongman Weirdie, and he's carrying like a big, bubbly, gobble Weirdie, a gobbly Weirdie. It's a strongman Weirdie here that's lifting up this huge gobble Weirdie. Does that make sense? And it's also pretty cute the other way around. Then it turns into be something entirely different. And that's the cool thing. It can be whatever you want to be. You could also, like, if you feel like it, you could add eyes in these three here, and you got more eyes if you want that. You can do anything you want with a Weirdie. But this one actually, I think this is a strongman Weirdie. So that's for Thursday. So that's Wednesday and Thursday. So I guess this will be the one that I'll be uploading. Anyways, I'll be looking at that afterwards, and I'll be getting into do it. You see the gobble Weirdie too. That's great. I see a gobble. Is it just me, or is it a real gobble? So here we go. Getting the mini Weirdie and moving in. Mini Weirdie is moving in. It's on the stage. It's getting ready to rock and roll. So let's see. Yesterday, that was this one. So that was Monday. Monday, 12th of August, 2019, and that was live with Candy. Candy, Candy, again. That was a cute one you had yesterday. Oh my! Oh me, oh my. Wasn't it good that I got started early? This is a biggie. This is a big mini. Um, and we are on Tuesday. I got ready to write Wednesday. You see, this is kind of thing I hate um, when that happens. And that could be enough for me to ditch a book. But of course not this one, because I've been coloring in it since the 1st of January. Well, since New Year's Eve. Live. Korea. But that's where my OCD sets in. I can't stand that kind of stuff happening. And it happens. And then you just gotta be able to like rise above it. Rise above the mistake. Tina's ghosting. So here we go. This is looking good, isn't it? This is gonna be one cool mini Weirdie, and there's even two little ones. So yeah, I think I'll be starting from here. And then I'll be starting from here and here. And then I'll be clearing that one up there and there and there and there. And then I'll actually be going all the way around here, because that's just the way it rolls on this one. You can actually, I can always feel that, like the paper in the books, they eat more ink than my regular copy paper do. But that's also why the paper is actually better at some things. For instance, with the colored pencils, you can do more layers, because the paper in the book is just has a little bit more tooth to it than my copy paper. So that's a nice thing to know, isn't it? I would really like to just chill with a good movie. And the other day I wanted to do that, and I was just looking through Netflix movies, and I couldn't find one single movie that I felt like watching. I just couldn't. Not one. That was weird. Either I already saw them, or I didn't feel like it was something for me, or there was just wasn't anything that I found intriguing. So this is the first part here. Actually, I didn't do this. So maybe I'll do it here like that. Go another direction. So then we got this wee little one here, and there, and there. Then that started. Then we got this one here. Please go there. Yeah. I think everything has been started now. Everything is just beginning. Then I'm gonna go here. This wee one. The wee ones are not gonna get on first. But maybe this one, yeah, that one. But that other wee one won't. So I just had to correct that one. Put that one in here, so otherwise it won't work. So that's how we do that. We just you know play around with it a little and fit it in. It can be hard to keep up sometimes. I have a hard time keeping up a lot of the time with everything. Also, well, I'm not as much on the computer as I used to be, which I think is a very good thing. That I actually, when I'm in the living room, I'm actually in the living room and not in the living room in front of the computer. I'm in the living room, and when I work, I'm in here working. So in that way, it's really great that I got the office done because it's more separate. That I'm not always in front of the computer. But of course, yeah, that also makes it I don't see everything all the time because I'm not in front of the computer always. When I'm with Victoria in the living room, then I'm not checking out everything. But that's a good thing. Otherwise, it gets too much. Yeah, that's always one of the troubles with working from home is that sometimes you don't separate work and free time. You don't have a clear separation of when you're doing one thing or another. And the office space here has really helped on getting a clearer definition of when I'm doing what, so that I'm not like constantly just working because I fall into that trap when it's in the living room because it's so easy. It was so easy to just sit in front of the computer. So of course it means that you see me a little bit less, but it also means that me and Victoria have more quality time where I'm not in front of the screen. So that's a good thing for Victoria and me, of course. But then if we watch movies, then I'll draw on the iPad while we're watching a movie or something like that. So it's good. I still do my work things and my little thing that I get to draw there. So when I can actually see the table for stuff, I get to draw. But hopefully soon everything will be better. I'm hoping that come next Monday, then the house will be in order and everything, all the rooms will be okay again. That's my goal. But that also gives Victoria time to sort of peacefully go through her things and and hopefully know where she puts everything. And I think that's only knowable if you put it going through it yourself. And if it takes a bit more time, it takes a bit more time. But at least she will be aware of what she has and how it's divided. Yeah, Chris, that's true. They grew up so freaking fast. It's like time just flies by. I never had that feeling before in my life. That was a realization that came to me after getting Victoria. That time all of a sudden started flying at a speed and at a level that I could not comprehend. And I guess everybody who has children has experienced that. But people who haven't had children might not have had that epiphany of a moment where you just think, "Whoa, my God, that went fast." Where you think, where did yesterday go? Everything went so. Where did last year go? Where did the year before that go? It just disappeared. It feels like yesterday, but it wasn't. And I think that's something that comes with having kids, because all of a sudden time moves in front of you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't see time move every day. The same as when you got a kid that's just like growing with the speed of lightning and getting older all the time, and you're like, whoa, my, did it really go that fast? You didn't realize that before. Or at least I didn't. I never realized that. And you just know that those moments and that time is so precious. And you gotta savor it and enjoy each second of it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Exactly, Heather. Then they get older and the priorities change. Yeah, that's so true. Gotta enjoy it when they want to be with you and they want to do stuff with you, because all of a sudden those days are gone. So it's precious. Time is precious. Here we go. This is good. I like it. It's gonna be beautiful. I think I must have missed some comment, because what is it that Fran is happy with? Because I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know. Maybe I'm not getting all the comments. Maybe there is an issue with comments. Because I feel like I'm missing part of the conversation there. Or maybe there's a delay. Look at how pretty this is. I love my mini Weirdie book. I think it's going to be kind of sad when I'm done with it. It's going to be kind of weird, like, oh. Also because I didn't make a new mini Weirdie book, because we're going to be doing something else next year. And it's like, oh my. But then maybe I'll make one for the year after, a new mini Weirdie book. A new crazy mini Weirdie book. Maybe we'll get mini Weirdie withdrawals. But if we're going to do maybe the fat liner, then we won't get mini Weirdie withdrawals, because there's Weirdies in the fat liner, and there's all kinds of stuff in that. But I'm still not sure if it will be mandalas or mini Weirdies or what I'm going to go for, because I haven't made up my mind. I haven't decidedly made up my mind. As soon as I have, then you will all get to know. But I'm still like thinking like this or like that, or like this or like that. I guess I'm just at my mind is at 7 C's trying to decide what I want to do. And maybe we just do the Weirdie day next year. I would like to do some mandala stuff as well. I also would like people to see that I do other stuff than just Weirdies, that I'm not just about Weirdies, that I actually also do other things. And that's where I think it would be nice with also some mandalas. But there are also mandalas in the flatliners, and they're pretty easy. And then, if people don't like the smaller, then they can get the big edition. So, yeah, if I just do flatliners one, then I don't have to worry about it anymore. That is true. It's true. But I'm also stubborn. Let me get this one. I think I'm going to divide them here because I didn't coordinate these two, so I think I'm just going to continue that like that and then continue this one here. Yeah, I think mixed variety. At least she's in bed, so that means at least she's relaxing in bed. And she's not watching iPad or listening to the audiobook, so she must be pretty bored soon. So she's going to the bathroom, doesn't mean she's awake. She's awake when she goes to the bathroom. just going to pretend like I hear nothing. Because of course you're allowed to go to the bathroom. You can't like say, oh, you can't go to the bathroom. I think I'll actually do this here. Because then I feel like it fits there. It'll be fine with me. I'm just make sure these two. There. It's fine. Continue. I don't remember how much the shipping was in dollars when Tina was sending, because that would be the same price, the shipping of the posters, but I don't remember what the price was. That you had to add on top of the price of the actual poster. I don't remember that. So Tina, if you are still listening, if you can kick in with what the shipping price was approximately in dollars, then I'd be a happy camper. Okay, $15. Yeah. So you could actually, yeah, if anybody was to get them, then it would probably be, because I bet you that, because that goes up to 2 kilos, so if one got more than one poster, it would probably be better than getting one than having to pay shipping twice, because two posters would still fit in under the 2 kilos, and I think even maybe four posters would. So that could, but I would definitely recommend, before like ordering with me, figuring out if you got a place nearby where you can get them printed, because then I think that would be a cheaper option maybe. Um, I mean, I like you to have. I mean, it would of course be nice if I make the posters and you guys want them, but I also want you to get it at the most affordable price, and you'd have to check out what it would cost to have it printed near you. Um, but I did some checks, and there it was about 20, and that means mine would also be around 20, but then there would be the shipping on top. So, so it sort of depends on your access to getting them, because yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have a look at them again, and at those that I hadn't tested printed, to see them instead of just to see, and then I'll be testing on how they work with the markers. Here we go. Rewind. Yeah, it depends on the size. Yeah, that was it. There you can, I think on UPS prints, you can probably upload the file and then order it online and have it delivered. That might be a possibility there. I think, yeah, exactly. This is looking very good. Oh yeah, you would have to upload the big file. I think, but I sent you the whole pack, didn't I, Randy? Or did if I didn't, then I can always, you can just tell me. That of course would be in the PDFs. It will come on the packet, and yeah, exactly. I don't know if I sent you the whole pack with all the choice. Or if I just send the... No, I think I sent you the whole pack. I think so. But hey, it's not 100% because I don't remember. I'm thinking that the next one that we'll test, I'll I'll make that available to all the Patreons so that you guys have a chance to test it first. And that will probably be the one that I colored yesterday, I would guess. Or yeah, we'll have a look afterwards. And you just got the piece. Well, then I can always send you the big one. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. We'll figure it out. See, this is good. It is actually, even that it was quite a big one. It didn't take that long, did it? Yeah, that would be fabulous. Yeah, I will do that. I'll do that, Randy. You probably have to write your email again on the message because then I don't have to scroll up through all the conversation to find it. And then I can easily quicker send it. Then I can send it more quickly. That was the mini weirdie. Oh. So we're just gonna have another look at those posters. I'm just gonna remove my markers here. I have like so everywhere, haven't I? I'm a little messy. I'm a little messy here. Oh, there it goes. This one. This one shared. No. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, that would be neat. I mean, the more different options that we've tried and we got experience with, the better. Just pick these up. So, have a look. Take the mini weirdie book away. And it's stop. See, this one is the version that I made. Let's see if I can get this higher up. Should actually be way higher up. We're just gonna have to. So this is A3 size, and here's the blank print. So I actually did color it on the A3, but it's totally impossible to get the order right because it's just too small to see. And this is the one on A2. There it is a lot bigger and a lot easier. Of course, if I would print it, I would leave a margin around so it doesn't, didn't cut it perfectly. And this is the size that I would be able to do at the 20. I'm sure that it would be cheaper in the US to print. This one is the big one that I had printed in A1, and I really love the size. I mean, this would be easy to color, I think. It would be nice, not too small, just like really good. And then of course we got here's the extra dialer, and here it is in the size that Tina was doing, which is the teeny weeny weeny weeny. And here it is in the A2, which is pretty good. I think this is definitely possible, but you probably have to go closer to see. It's pretty good. You can see it. I mean, it's visible, which is quite a good thing. Whereas this is very very tiny. And then I have that one in the A1 as well, and I think that's really awesome. I mean, this is a really good size for it. So I'm kind of really looking forward to getting started with this. So this one it's still small detail, even though that is A1. So that's a really big format. But this you can, I mean, I can sit upright. I don't have to sort of lean in to see it. So that's a good thing. And this one is definitely very easy to color, but that's also like 23.5 inches by 23.5 inches, about that. And they are really nice this big. I mean, imagine this big, and you put a nice frame on it, you have a beautiful piece. It's a really nice piece. And yeah, it's gonna be terrific. And this one, yeah, it doesn't look that great on camera because it's just so hard to see it. But yeah, I'm just really excited about the options that I have, and the fact that it actually is a possibility for me to do it. But definitely try to, because with the PDFs you will also get the original file that you would be able to print it big from. So then it might be more affordable if you get it printed big somewhere near you. At least more affordable than, I don't know, you have to look into it. I mean, of course, if you get it from me, maybe I can make an original signature on it. Maybe I can make limited print edition with number and that. But anyways, that's not the point of it. The point is, I want you to be able to color it and have fun with it, but not for, it doesn't have, to be as cheap as possible, that it's feasible financially to do it, because if you have something like this and you pay a lot of money for it and you screw it up, then you get really sad. So yeah, but I will be coloring at least these two, and this one, that'll be the second time that I color this one. I want to do it in the big one. I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be really, really fun. No, the detail. Then this one is easy, but this one would also be nice in this size. So, anyways, that's about it from me for today. So we had some fun and got to see these big beauties. I really like this paper. It's 180 grams, but it just feels really nice. I mean, this is just regular copy paper. That's why this is the cheapest one. They only do that if it's a line drawing. Otherwise, they won't print it in the big format on these. But because it's line drawings, I can get it printed on it. So that's really nice. And that's the same for this. I can make them even bigger. I mean, with this one I would like to have huge. But yeah, let's see about that. Anyways, thank you guys for being here with me and having some fun with me and having a look at these biggie projects. And for sure I'll be coloring them. So you will see more of them. And if I get to know that there's 19 people who would like to have, I think I'm probably going to make a post where you have like the first 4 options, or maybe 6. I don't remember how many I colored so far, and did something online with, so that you can sort of say that, like, I would like to have number this and this and that, and I would like, But the thing is, when I have to order the 19, it has to be 19 that are the same. So, but it wouldn't be nice for me to have some kind of idea of how many would be interested. But I just think, yeah, first look into how much it would cost to get it done locally, because most likely that would be the cheapest option. So, anyways, that's it, folks. All from me today. I wish you a wonderful evening, and I'll see you again real soon. If I get time in the afternoon, I might start on one of these live, but otherwise it's Wednesday and Thursday with Tina. But I might be going on at some awkward time, where everybody's asleep and I'm awake. But not Bertha, she's awake when I'm awake. So then I might be going on, but I would probably say that these I'd probably color for a specific amount of time and then color on the next day, because these would not be feasible in one session, I think. So, anyways, well, see you. Bye bye. Sleep well. Bye bye.